background, race, gender, sexual orientation, age, or ability, you are welcome here. We come together to encourage and support one another in our individual spiritual journeys. And wherever you are in that process, we're glad that you joined us today.
While it is a well-traveled land, we would like to respectfully acknowledge that the land in which we gather today is the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, comprised of the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi peoples. We are grateful to work, learn, and live in this area. So we got special musicians here today, the Michael Greaves Group. I love it. So thanks so much. We're so excited you're here.
And we're glad to have Judy. She's playing several roles today. She's one of our platform people here, doing the platform duty, and then later on she's going to be the prayer chaplain upstairs. So we're glad to have you. So today is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and in unity, Advent and Christmas is a time to remember and live the truth of who we are. It's a time of reflection and affirmation, an exploration of our faith, and an inner search of mind and heart.
And there's so much rich symbolism in Christmas. And at this time of year, we use the Advent wreath and the lighting of its candles to guide us to explore what Christmas means to us personally and to discover that the greatest gift we can give to our family, friends, and the world is ourself.
So the 4 Sundays of Advent proclaim aspects of our divine nature: hope and faith, peace, love, and joy, and allow us to contemplate the ways to share these spiritual gifts with the world. Christmas represents the divine child in each of us and the divine attributes we can develop as we learn to express our God nature in human form. At the center of the Advent wreath is the lit Christ candle, which you see every Sunday here. It represents the Christ consciousness that dwells in each and every one of us. The same mind, the same light that was in Jesus Christ is also in us. And it represents the words of Jesus found in Matthew 5:14, where he said, "You are the light of the world." So on the first Sunday of Advent, we lit the Advent candle representing hope and faith. And on the second Sunday in Advent, we lit our candle representing peace. Last week, we lit our candle representing love. And we relight these 3 candles today and light our 4th Advent candle representing joy. And so we light our pink candle today, representing joy. So joy, like hope and faith, peace and love, is a spiritual gift that's already been given and is just waiting to be received. Hope and faith, peace, love, and joy are not gifts that we should be looking for outside of ourselves in the world, but they're gifts that dwell within each and every one of us. And these spiritual gifts, along with many others, work in tandem and are facets of our Christ nature, our Christ consciousness. And that is the most precious gift of all that dwells within each and every one of us. And it awaits us to give it birth.
So we're going to begin our service today with prayer. As we bring to mind our spiritual gifts of hope and faith, peace, love, and joy, we open our hearts and minds to the presence of Spirit, the truth of who we are, and its infinite gifts. Focused on this truth, we dedicate ourselves to making these beautiful gifts manifest on earth. Let us remember that these spiritual gifts make up our true nature and are the very essence of our being, requiring nothing of us other than to be expressed. With deep gratitude and devotion, let us give to the world our gifts of hope and faith, of love and unity, of compassion and commitment, of tolerance and acceptance, of forgiveness and kindness, and of peace and joy. May the love that God is radiate in and from the deepest and most sacred part of our souls to bless all of life. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Judy. That was a beautiful prayer. So Judy is, like I say, doing many roles today, and she is serving as our prayer chaplain after the service. So if any of you would like to have prayer, someone to pray with you, Judy will be upstairs in our prayer chapel directly after the service.
And we have our prayer request box, which is right over there, with prayer request slips and a pen. Just fill in your request, and the prayer team will pray over it for 30 days, and then we forward it to Silent Unity. And so it's prayed over for another 30 days. And so all these prayers are held in our hearts and in our minds for that time. We also have available to us Silent Unity, and you can call them 24/7. The phone number is 1-800-NOW-PRAY.
And so now it's time to do some singing. And being that it's Christmas, we're going to do some Christmas carols. They're always something that will, I think, bring a lot of joy to our hearts. So as we remember the old Christmas carols. So Michael, go ahead. And you ready? All right.
Test, 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 test. Great. Okay.
Test. Yes.
Now we lit Candle of Joy today. So in that note and following that note, our first song will be Joy to the World. If I can have you please stand and we can sing this together. Just want to mention that the two songs we're going to do, we'll do the verse, and if there's a chorus, the first one doesn't have a chorus, but then we'll do the second one, and then we'll go back to the first to finish. So when you hear that first one over, we'll be ending the song soon after. Okay.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while field and floods, rock hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
All right. So no words up here? We're faking it. We're winging it. That's the word. I want to say you guys sound terrific from up here. Hope we sound as good from down there. Okay. Okay, so the next song is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And we do have a chorus with this one. And we've kind of taken a chorus from another song, and it's called, I call it the Gloria chorus, but it's very easy, and there we go. All right.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, love and sinners reconciled. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Joyful all you nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic host proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, love and sinners reconciled. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you.
Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor is a progressive spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, living consciously, and making a positive difference in the world. As part of New Thought and the worldwide unity movement, we strive to be compassionate, inclusive, open-minded, service-oriented, abundant, and spirit-filled.
You know, unity teaches that each person is a unique individual expression of God. Our realization of that truth evolves as we expand our consciousness through prayer and meditation. Unity emphasizes that we create our life experiences or our experiences of life according to the thoughts and the feelings that we hold in mind. Affirmative prayer is the highest form of creative thought, while meditation stills the mind and heightens our awareness of our oneness with Spirit, with each other, and with all of life. So living from that awareness, we transform our lives and our world.
We have a monthly affirmation, and our affirmation for December is celebrating diversity and affirming unity. I am a presence of peace in the world. Will you affirm that with me, please?
Celebrating diversity and affirming unity, I am a presence of peace in the world. And now it's time for a special piece of music. Michael, did you write this?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it came to me.
It
Yes.
came to him, so this is a new piece that he's written.
Thank you. That was 2 years ago, just a few days before Christmas, and I'm so happy to be able to sing this in public rather than to myself.
Snowflakes are falling. Beauty is calling. Can you hear the angels sing? Can you hear the angels sing? Christ is born in your heart. Christ is born in your heart. Love words are spoken, gifts and hearts open. Can you hear the angels sing? Can you hear the angels sing? Christ is born in your heart. Christ is born in your heart. Peace is within you. Stillness will be there too. Can you hear the angels sing? Can you hear the angels sing? Christ is born in your heart. Christ is born in your heart. Christ is born in your heart. Christ is born in your heart.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was really very pretty. It really was.
Thank you.
Yeah, and what a wonderful message for this time of year. And that is what Christmas is about here. It's about realizing that the Christ, that same mind, that same light that was in Jesus Christ is in each and every one of us, just waiting to be born, just waiting for us to give birth to it. So, again, welcome everyone. It's really good to see all of you out there. Glad to have you here. I'm glad to be here. I've got a few funnies to tell you. I always enjoy like to start things off with something to make you laugh. And so these are some things that have to do with Christmas. And so the first one is, what do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? Tinselitis. What do you call a bunch of chess players bragging about their games in a hotel lobby? Chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. I've told that one before, but it's good enough to repeat. What's the most popular Christmas wine? But I don't like Brussels sprouts. What do you get when you combine a Christmas tree with an iPad? A pineapple. Get it? A pineapple? Okay. Who is never hungry at Christmas? The turkey. He's always stuffed. You know, my friend just won the tallest Christmas tree competition. I thought to myself, how can you top that? A gingerbread man went to the doctors complaining of a sore knee. The doctor asked him, have you tried icing it? What type of music do elves listen to? Rap music, W-R-A-P, rap music. Who delivers presents to baby sharks at Christmas? Why, it's Santa Jaws. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? Can you smell carrot? What's the best Christmas present? Well, it's a broken drum. You just can't beat it. And what does Santa suffer from when he gets stuck in a chimney? Claustrophobia? Claus. What do you get if you combine Santa and a duck? A Christmas quacker. And let me see, what do you call an old snowman? Water. How much did Santa pay for the sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Okay, here's the last one. Knock, knock. Merry Christmas. I always enjoy you as an audience, Shar. She really appreciates the humor. You know, our mission here at Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor is to inspire and empower your spiritual growth, to awaken you to the truth of who you are. You know, the Apostle Paul in Romans 12:2 said, don't copy the behavior and the customs of the world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing. That's an ongoing process. Every time we turn on the radio or television or read a newspaper, we're sort of bombarded by the kind of faulty thinking that has caused all the problems that we are facing in this world today. But Einstein so wisely pointed out that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking that we use creating them. So we are transformed by changing our minds. As we grow in consciousness, we're going to change. Each now moment is an opportunity for something wonderful, something new to come into the world through us. So our vision, do you remember it, is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. We are creating this world together. A transformed world can only come about through a transformed people. And as far as you and I are concerned, that chain of transformation, which Jesus called the coming of the kingdom of heaven, it begins right here, right now, with you and with me. And it involves a new way of looking at the world. This Advent season, we've been looking at the Advent themes of faith, peace, love, and today we explore hope. And these are ways of looking at ourselves and each other. And I've referred to them as divine attributes, as spiritual gifts that have already been given, but just waiting to be received or recognized. These are not states of mind. They are divine ideas that lie at the very core of our being, awaiting us to embody them. And for the most part, we understand the world, we understand the word, we understand the concept, we understand the idea of faith and peace and love and joy. However, until we give them life by putting them to work in our lives, they just remain words, powerless and barren. A recipe for a delicious, hearty soup or stew is not going to feed us until we make the effort of going out, purchasing the ingredients, bringing them home, preparing them, and then cooking them. In his letter to Galatians, found in the 5th chapter, the Apostle Paul calls faith, peace, love, and joy fruits of the Spirit. He also adds 5 others: patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. These are attributes of a person or a community awake to and living in accord with their spiritual nature. So these fruits of the Spirit feed us and others when we put them to work in our lives. So today we're exploring joy. At my age, I've had a lot of spiritual teachers in my life, and for all of them, joy was an important part of the message. And growing up as a boy in a Pentecostal church, Jesus was my first teacher, my first spiritual teacher. In John 15:11, he said, "These things have I spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full." I don't know about you, but being filled with joy really sounds good to me. When I discovered Unity in 1984, I discovered that Unity founders Charles and Myrtle Fillmore believed that God is a God of joy. And true religion is joyful because God's will is joy. That sounded so much better to me than a lot of the messages that I received as a gay young boy about an angry God that's just waiting to send me to hell. So Charles Fillmore wrote, "True and lasting joy arises from within." And in his 2010 bestseller, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle wrote and made the same observation. He said, "Joy arises from within." Joy does not come from what you do. It flows into what you do and thus into the world from deep within you. To me, that sounds a lot like Jesus' message of being full of joy. When we are full of joy, it naturally spills out into the world around us. In his book, The Power of Now, Tolle shares with us a lot of wisdom about joy. He says, joy is uncaused and arises from within us as the joy of being. It is an essential part of the state of peace, the state that has been called the peace of God. It is our natural state, not something that you need to work hard for or struggle to attain. He goes on to say that when you know who you truly are, there is an abiding, alive sense of peace. You could call it joy because that's what joy is, vibrantly alive peace. It's the joy of knowing yourself as the very life essence before life takes form. That is the joy of being who you truly are. Another one of my favorite contemporary spiritual teachers that you've heard me quote before is Adyashanti. And this is what he said. He says, you are an incredible mystery that you will never figure out. To be this mystery consciously is the greatest joy. So Tolle, speaking of the same mystery, says, the joy of being, which is the only true happiness, cannot come to you through any form, possession, achievement, person, or event. Through anything that happens, that joy cannot come to you ever. It emanates from the formless dimension within you, from consciousness itself, and thus is one with who you are. So Tolle goes on to say that those who have not found their true wealth, which is the radiant joy of being and the deep, unshakable peace that comes with it, they're beggars. Even if they have great material wealth, they are looking outside for scraps of pleasure or fulfillment or validation, security, or love, while they have a treasure within that not only includes all of those things, but is infinitely greater than anything that the world can offer. So just last month, for a good while this year, we've been looking at Wayne Dyer's book, Your Sacred Self, making the decision to be free. And for Dyer, freedom is a decision to be made each day, each moment. With each decision, we choose what perspective from which we live our life. Do we live our life from our human being, as a human being having a spiritual experience, or do we live our life as a spiritual being having a human experience? And Dyer says that the key to our spiritual growth and any hope of eventual enlightenment is to shift the focus of our attention from that to outside of us to that which is within us. It is a change in our belief system where we stop looking out at life through the eyes of our ego and instead turn within and look out at life through the eyes of Christ, the eyes of love, the eyes of oneness. That part within us that knows the truth of who we are, powerful, immortal, spiritual beings creating and having this human experience. That truth is active and alive within each and every one of us and calls us to live our lives from a higher state of awareness. The question and choice presented to us each day is, who do we identify as, ego or spirit? Who have you put in charge of your life? Today I want to spend some extra time in meditation by leading you in a guided meditation to cultivate and connect with our joy. But first, I want to do a quick summary of the spiritual gifts of faith, love, peace, and joy that we have explored this Advent season. And then I want to give you 3 keys that are interlinked to help you cultivate your spiritual gifts and make them active in your life. Each of our spiritual gifts are divine attributes that lie within us, and each And once they are recognized and accepted, we can develop them as we make the effort to express our God nature in human form. And the remarkable thing about spiritual gifts is that they cannot be depleted. In fact, the more you use them, the more they increase. The more you give away, the more you receive in return. Be mindful of what you put your faith in. If you put your faith in peace and love and joy, it will bless you and everyone that you come into contact with. And if you want more peace in your life, be that peace. If you want more love in your life, be more loving. If you want more joy, well, let it flow out from within you, and it will bless a multitude and return to you tenfold. So here are the 3 keys, and they're all interlinked. First, mindful awareness. Your ability to be mindfully present in the moment is the foundation for experiencing more joy, faith, peace, and love, and all of the other spiritual gifts. And we develop that mindfulness by practice. And our main spiritual practice is meditation, because it is when we are in meditation that we are allow ourselves to really understand what being mindful is all about. Being mindful is putting yourself completely and totally into this present moment, into whatever it is that you are doing. You are fully present to whatever it is. As simple as eating your meal, you're fully present. You're not letting your mind go off on some tour of something that happened yesterday or something that's happening later on during the day. It's mindfulness is being fully present. And the second key is tied in with that is cultivate the witness consciousness. Become a neutral observer of your own life. This ties in with mindful awareness. The witness place inside you is simple awareness, the part of you that is aware of everything. Just noticing, watching, not judging, just being present, just being here now. You know, this was what Wayne Dyer's second key to higher consciousness, if you remember. It was a key for Tolle also. He says the beginning of freedom is the realization that you are not the thinker. The moment you start watching the thinker, a higher level of consciousness becomes activated. You then begin to realize that there is a vast realm of intelligence beyond thought. That thought is only a tiny aspect of your intelligence. As you realize that all the things that truly matter, such as beauty and love and creativity and joy and inner peace, they arise from beyond the mind. They are within you. And you begin to awaken, and when you begin to awaken, that third key of gratitude clicks into place, rushes in. And so gratitude is that third key. One of the most powerful aspects of developing greater mindfulness in every part of your life is just watching how commonplace gratitude becomes. As we pay attention to each moment, as we give each moment fully our attention, we realize what a beautiful world that we live in, how blessed we truly are. And the more we look at the things and find things to be grateful for, it just increases. Just think, go out and take a deep breath of that nice cold air. Let the snowflakes fall upon your skin and notice how your body feels all of that. Notice all the things that your body provides for you. The sight of all the beauty around you, the noise, the sound of birds chirping in the yard. Just think of all the things that we are so blessed with. Everything from a hot shower to a warm bed to a delicious cup of tea. Something as simple as a smile. The feeling of gratitude is a great enabler of joy. So as we begin to prepare for our meditation, let me leave you with this final reminder. Each moment you are present to life, fully present, joy's got a better chance of sneaking up on you. So don't miss it. So now let's prepare for our meditation. So I'm going to invite you. We're going to have a little bit longer meditation than usual because I want us to have an opportunity to tap in to that joy within us. So I do invite you, if you wish, to close your eyes and just allow yourself to get really comfortable in your seat. Sit up straight. Let your spine be straight and tall. Relax your shoulders, your belly, your thighs. Shift back slightly so your head and your shoulders sit directly over your hips. And then I want you to just feel the connection between your hips or your legs and the earth. Let your feet settle on the ground if you can. And as you breathe gently in and out through your nose, allow yourself to get further settled into your seat, more relaxed. So with this rooting down, as you allow yourself, your feet to feel firm on the floor, and as you allow yourself to feel firmly seated, notice the energy you receive back from the earth. Feel how your connection to the support underneath you helps you feel tall, awake, and alive. So I want you to remain connected to the body and the breath, aware of body and breath, and feel how the body seemingly breathes itself. Notice into the wonder of the rise and the fall of your chest, the wonder of the continual movement of breath that it seems to breathe on its own. To soften into a deep feeling right now of gratitude for your body, for your breath. And sense your heart opening to the miracle that is your body. Recognize all the wonderful ways in which it functions and all of the amazing ways which it allows you to connect with your world. Feel your heart open and feel the miracle that it is your breath. And so conjure up a heartfelt gratitude as you delve into the present moment awareness. So let's take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose slowly. And just do it at your own rate. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And recognize how precious and how extraordinary your breath and your body are. So I want you to feel your body now softening, even relaxing more, and opening into this awareness. And allow yourself to feel all tension release from your forehead, your shoulders, your belly, your thighs. Just feel them all released of any tenseness. And then, intentionally, ever so slightly, turn up the corners of your mouth into a gentle smile. Yeah, notice how the body reacts to this subtle smile. And turn to that sensation. Can you feel it? Can you feel how that subtle smile lifts your spirits? Just take a few more deep breaths in and out slowly at your own rate. I would invite you to label that sensation that you're feeling right now as happiness, as joy, as bliss. And I want you to sit with that. I want you to hold your subtle inner smile and explore. Notice what rises up. Again, take a few deep, long, slow in and out breaths at your own pace. You know, I want you to notice that this sensation of joy is available to you right here, right now. Doing something as simple as sitting, watching, and noticing. Right here and right now. The more you can be present, the more you can free yourself from thinking about what comes next, the more you can free yourself from ruminating on what has already happened, the more you are available to notice this joy. So again, let's take a few deep breaths at our own rate, slowly in, slowly out. And I want you to notice that joy doesn't so much arise, but joy is revealed. Joy is most available to you when you are available to be nowhere other than right here, right now. So right now, rest your whole body in this state of joy and identify with this bliss as who you really are. And again, let's take 3 deep breaths slowly in and out. This happiness, this joy, this bliss is what remains when you drop all your superficial thinking and doing. It's what remains when you're nowhere other than present right here. This joy is you. It is your natural state. I want you to recall this sensation and remember that this joy as you is available to you at any time. Anytime you'd like to come back to this feeling, all you need to do is stop what you're doing and just notice. So right here, acknowledge the ease, the spaciousness, acknowledge the gratitude and the awe, acknowledge your inner smile and the sensation of joy. Get to know joy in this moment and make a promise to remember joy to turn towards joy and to notice who it is that you truly are, even as you return to your day. So I'm going to invite you now to just spend just a little bit of time in the silence. So as we allow ourselves to bring our attention back to this present moment, to this room, we just allow ourselves to feel a real sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the joy that is in our life, the joy that we have access to at any time by just stopping and noticing that joy is truly our true state of being at the very heart of us. Thank you.
I'd first like to thank the musicians today. It's been delightful having you. It's such a great sound. You guys are good. And the fact that you can write a song and then perform it, and I don't know, it's
I'm a
big fan of Michael Greaves.
That was very pretty. It really was.
Michael.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And I love the talk and the meditation today on the gift of joy, reminding us once again, thank you so much, that everything is inside of us and that Christmas is the perfect time to express all that we are. And I want to thank Reverend David for guiding us here at Unity of Windsor, allowing us to be who we are and acknowledging us for who we are. And I also want to just say that, being here at Unity, we're surrounded by love and joy. And that's what it is here. And together with Reverend David and all the volunteers, you can't help but feel joy here at Unity of Windsor. So I just want to acknowledge that and acknowledge Reverend David and the volunteers. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.
Okay, so we have a few announcements to let you know about.
And there is still time to visit our bookstore and browse the extensive collection that we have. There's some great Christmas gifts up there, items as well. So it's not too late to take a look at it. Tammy, thank you so much for putting that bookstore together. It's just a delight. Thank you. It's your baby. It is. Oh, we got gift cards now.
Yay.
Cool, great,
Okay.
fantastic. Yeah.
Hello. Just waving to my husband over there. You got to join the dots so closely. But anyway, I think he's caught on. Okay. So join Wendy Carr on Christmas Day at 10:30 a.m. for an informal festive gathering, including Unity's understanding of the Christmas story. See the newsletter for the link to register for the Zoom ID. And tomorrow night, which is December 19th at 6 p.m., we have our candlelight service. So we're looking forward to that. And also, I've just got a note here that to talk to Maria, she needs a few more helping hands for cleanup.
Yeah, we're going to have a potluck afterwards. So when you come tomorrow, if you can, bring a dish that you can share. And then Maria is looking for some people to help clean up. Yeah.
And it's 6 o'clock this year. That's something I didn't even realize, but Paul pointed it out to me because I think we're used to it at 7, but it's at 6. It's time to get our children's Sunday school back up and running. We are looking for volunteers to work with our youth once a month during our Sunday service. If you enjoy working with kids, Reverend David would love to talk to you to discuss how you could be part of the new children's program.
And tomorrow, December the 19th, our candlelight service is your last opportunity to bring in your gift for the deserving family that we are adopting this season. And that is Damien and Deanna. So anyway, your generosity can make a difference in their lives this holiday season.
And there's still a few tags on the Christmas tree with items that they would appreciate receiving. There will be no service on Christmas Day. Our next service is the Burning Bowl ceremony with Reverend David on Sunday, January 1st. And I have to say, I got my letter. I could not believe how many things happened this year that I guess I created them with a lot of help from the universe. So anyway, I couldn't believe it. I'm coming in again, doing it again on the 1st.
Doing it again on the 1st. Okay, and then after service today, again, remember that Judy is our prayer chaplain for today, and if you would like to have someone to pray with you, she is the wonderful person to pray with.
Please join us for fellowship and conversation directly after the service today in our fellowship hall upstairs. And all of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by your generous donations. Our heartfelt thanks for your continuous support. We've created many easy ways to donate, which you can find on our website.
And also, for those of you here today, we always have our love offering box over here by the front of the door, so you can drop in a love offering or donation there at any time. And again, thank you so much, because you are the ones that make all of this happen. So our heartfelt gratitude.
So we invite you to stand now, please, and let's open our hearts and minds in gratitude as we close by speaking out loud or silently to ourselves, if you prefer, our love offering prayer, followed by the peace song and closing with the prayer for protection.
Divine love in me and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Thank you, God.
Test. Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And if we may, I think we'll sing the prayer for protection again this week.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
The
The
light
light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The peace of God is in us. I am peace. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. All is well. All is well. All is well.
Thank you so much for being here, and you are indeed divine. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, unplug it, you.